we have Jenny Cutler with a speech entitled Brian and Lucrezia. Brian and Lucrezia, Jenny Cutler.
Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters and guests, there are millions of people out there looking for the next app. That is, the next absolutely perfect person. And they're not finding them because they're not telling the truth. And you know, people are fed up with people not telling the truth. My suggestion is you put your worst foot forward, because you're looking for somebody who's also brave enough to put their worst foot forward. You want to hang all your dirty washing out there, you want nothing under the carpet, nothing behind your back, and you want your skeletons out there on the internet, on those dating sites, where they can see them. Nobody has got time to spend 6 months getting to know someone before they find their skeletons. Because you know, sooner or later they will come out. And even on the first date, if you don't live up to your photograph, the person you've just met will be in the loo and out the window, and you'll never see them again. I am talking about a particular demographic. These people haven't got time to waste. These are called the time tickers. Now, the women time tickers are looking for a man who is marginally less boring than all the men they've ever met in their whole life. Marginally less not perfect than anybody they've ever met. And the men are all looking, they don't know this, the men are looking for women in these bins. There are lots of these bins, but the first bin, my favourite bin, is women whose baby clocks have run out. Okay? The second bin is women who are too professional and too posh to do housework. They won't clean the loo, they won't cook, they won't make the bed. Nothing like that. The third lot are too perfect. They've got perfect lives and perfect houses, and they won't let your rubbish furniture and your crap paintings in there. And the fourth lot are convinced Mr. Perfect, a bit more perfect than you, is just around the corner. And they can't see around the corner, but I can, and he's not there. They just don't get this. Now, got it, I am going to lose my place. So, there are some other things. There are some other not negotiables. For the women, one of the not negotiables is the men must, oh golly, I'm losing my plot, aren't I? The men must not have phobics about hair. Because if you have phobic about hair, you are not a man, you are a boy. You also must not own a pair of pajamas, because if you still have pajamas, you are not ready for sex. If you don't shave twice a day, you're not going to get it anyway. Well, the men, we all know what the men want. They want the vamp in the bedroom, don't they? They want the domestic goddess in the house, and they want a grown-up woman who's not going to buy 100 pairs of shoes she never wears. There is another demographic. I call them the V group. They go in a great big bin with V on the top. They are the virgins, the veggies, the vegans, and the ones who have a glass of red wine permanently stuck to their hat. We all know lots of those. Now, there's nothing wrong with any of those, nothing wrong. I know millions of them, but you see, they're all in this bin, and you have to look in the V bin, because what you've got to get honest about is looking for somebody who's just like you. Be real about who you are. So dive in and get the photograph of you with your bad hair day, your big bum, and then you might consider putting on a pair of pajamas, not shaving, and being photographed in front of your really bad car. Because that way, you're going to find the perfect mate. Now, I know at the moment you probably think this is rubbish, but it's not. I'm going to tell you a story that absolutely proves my point about Brian and Lucrezia. Brian is in his 70s, he's widowed, he's got cancer, His hormones are a bit wonky. He doesn't have any money, and he wants a beautiful, blonde, young woman to make love to and live happily ever after. And he puts a picture on the internet of him looking exactly like he does. And everybody says, don't be silly, you'll never get anybody. This is a true story. He gets 7 women, all of which are viable, all of which are drawn to his honesty. And he is drawn to one in particular. She's called Lucrezia. She's Russian. She's beautiful, she's young, she's 20 years younger than him, she's only 50, and she's got a picture of herself. She might be beautiful, it's hard to tell. She's cross-eyed and she's got glasses, and she's got those Austrian plaits around her ears, she's got a hard hat on, and she's standing on a building site. And underneath her picture she's got, if you haven't got £500,000, don't ring me. I haven't got any money. But you see, she's Russian, she knows he has. She knows he's 70, he's English, he lives in London. His house has got to be worth way more than that. So they get conversing, they email, they chat. And he says, look, you do realise my hormones are a bit iffy, you know, I haven't got any money. She said, yep, but you can sell your house. So we have this conversation. And she says, you have to send me the deeds, so I absolutely know you own it. It's your house, there's no mortgage or anything like that. And when I've received that, you can come out to Latvia on the plane, I'll show you my plan, and I'll tell you what I want to do. What I want is a house husband stroke wife. I want somebody who's going to wait on me hand and foot as well as give me this money, and I will make you a rich man. So he thinks, oh, this sounds all right, I think I'll do that. So he says, you do realise my hormones are very dodgy, you know, I'm on chemo and all that stuff. And she says, I know about all that, I don't care. Look, and I know you've forgotten what to do in bed, but I'll show you what to do. And I don't care what you do, you can be a man or a woman. And when you're fed up with taking the drugs and you stop taking them and you become a man again and you die, well, that's fine. It's not going to bother me. So he goes out there and they do this. He gives her the money, she invests the money in this property, and she builds 9 luxury apartments, all of which are rented out. This takes 10 years. They get a serious income, they go around the world 2 or 3 times, they have fabulous holidays. Goodness knows what they do in bed, but I have it on good authority, they have the most amazing time in bed. It works. It works because they were both so honest. So I'm going to suggest to you, lying doesn't work. They jump out the loo window. Tell the truth, and you might actually find that perfect person.